Hey everybody, how's it going today? It's Joseph with the Team Overweight to Lean, and I know you're probably looking at this thinking, oh my god, what the heck is he getting me into? There's no way I can go to the store and buy all of this stuff. Absolutely not. That's not my intent here today. Basically, I just want to give you a couple of tools of the kitchen that are going to be a lifesaver to you now and in the long run when you're forming these healthy habits. So we're going to start over here on this side. This is a handy dandy blender. Nothing special. Basically, it's got multiple settings, high and low. It's got the ability to grate, to blend, to grind, and to liquefy. I use this every day, probably twice a day. I'll make my protein shakes in the morning. I throw raw oats into here with my protein mix and some milk or water, depending on where my macros are for that particular day, and give it a quick blend, and within about 2 minutes I've got a great protein shake. Also, I mix in banana or other fruit, frozen fruit that I get from Costco. Okay. The other important thing that we have here, let me move this shaker cup out of the way. This is a food saver. This food saver is pretty awesome. I buy all my food in bulk from Costco, so I'll buy all of my chicken in bulk, buy all my fish in bulk, and even ground beef and such. And I separate it all out into the portions that are appropriate to my macros for that particular diet plan that I'm on, whether it's 6 ounces or 8 ounces or 10 ounces of the lean protein that I need. Even if I make quinoa or if I make whole wheat pasta during the week, I'll make one of these bags out of this, and I'll actually utilize that to store and freeze that food so that it lasts for a long time. I can make food last 2 to 3 times normal, then put it in the refrigerator. I don't have to rush to use it, and also buying in bulk saves you money. So pick one of these up, okay? It's not immediate need, but it is something that you will definitely use, especially if you have a family. This bad boy over here, I use this thing once a week. Okay, this is my rice cooker. It's a rice pressure cooker. It's got an insert in it. Basically, this is where all of the ingredients go. Slam that thing closed. It superheats everything, rehydrates and reconstitutes the rice and the quinoa that we make, and we can make close to 3 to 4 to 5 cups of whatever we need to store in the refrigerator for the remainder of the week for myself or for the rest of the family. And you can make one recipe for the entire week and it's set. Okay, good to go. Another item that you are going to need. This is pretty important. It cost me about $2 or $3. This is a food thermometer. Now, I use this every single week when I do my meal prep. The reason why it's important, obviously, when we make chicken, when we make fish, when we make pork, when we make steaks, we don't want those bad boys overcooked. Okay. The worst thing that you can do is have $15 worth of meat laid out in front of you. You do it all spiced up, you get it all good to go, you throw it on the barbecue or you put it in the oven, and then you come to find out later on in the day you overcooked it. You set this thing just a couple of degrees below the temperature that the meat is supposed to be cooked at. Most chicken, steak, and pork is about 165 degrees, and you monitor it when it's in the oven. You leave this in the actual thickest piece of meat that's in there, and by the time it reaches that degree temperature, a couple of degrees below the 165, or depending on how you want your steak, how you want your pork, 160 degrees normally gets out all of the bacterial infection possibilities and any of the food pathogens that would be in the meat, and you leave the meat out for a couple of minutes. We're going to go through that meal prep on the next video, but basically this thing is a lifesaver. I have great meat all week long that has all the moisture in it that I love, and it tastes good. Okay. Another important element, and this is non-negotiable. Okay, go pick yourself up one. It doesn't have to be all fancy dancy like this. This is a food scale. This is a digital food scale. Mine actually has a retractable face to it. Okay, you can see how it pulls out there. This piece out here, if I have a large dish or a large plate on top of here, I can actually pull this out so that I can see what the weight is of the food, and it doesn't get impacted by the size of the plate or the container that I have on top of here. This does measure in pounds, ounces, and grams, which is very important, and you see that in the macronutrient spreadsheet. I have everything in there set aside as grams. So when I'm doing my meal prep for the week, whether it's measuring eggs, measuring liquid, measuring solids, measuring fruit, whatever the case may be, in order to hit your macros for the day, you've got to know how much you're eating. So never trust, oh, here's a teaspoon. Put it on the scale. Find out what the 5 grams is for the teaspoon so that you know exactly what you're ingesting, and you can be as confident as possible when you go to your computer and enter that macronutrient for the day, okay? All right, shaker cup. Why are these important? Because you're going to be drinking whey protein, bottom line, okay? Whether if you're vegan, you're going to be drinking the Vega drink that we have, or the shake that we have. One way or the other, you are going to need shaker cups. Now, I have close to 10 of these, and these shaker cups are so important to our ability to grab a shake quickly. We throw the protein powder in there. I mix my branched chain amino acids in here. I throw water in here real quick, and I mix it up. I actually use the same shaker cup for my branched chain amino acids when I work out, and then after I rinse it out really quick, throw my protein shake in here, and I've got my protein shake in 5 minutes. You need that protein shake right after, so I may throw it in the blender and then put it into the same cup or what have you, but I'm not going to tell you how to do it, but I'm telling you that you need shaker cups. They come with these awesome little balls on the inside. They act like whisks, and they actually mix up the protein itself, so it gets all of the chunks out of it, and you don't swallow whole chunks of dry protein. So anyways, go pick yourself up a couple of these. I bought 2 of them, as a matter of fact, last night at Walmart. Make sure you get the ones that are they're free of the plastic toxins. I have to get the name for you guys. I'll post it with this video. But make sure you get the safe plastic for them. They're dishwasher friendly. I'm telling you right now, in my dishwasher, I probably have 6 of them because I've used them over the last couple of days, and I don't like having to wash them over and over and over again, so I just grab some out of the cupboard. I'm kind of lazy that way, in the fact that I like to purchase things in bulk that way. So the other last important element to this whole meal prep day, something that you are going to find that's going to be absolutely impossible for you to get along with. I'm not telling you have to get this specific brand, but I'm telling you right now that you cannot have meal prep day without these important containers, okay? These bad boys right here are the Rubbermaid containers. You see them, you see the size of them. I make my dinners and my lunches, and you'll see that in the video. I make them with these containers. I put them in the refrigerator, and there's enough storage in here for exactly what I need for lunch or for dinner. It is vital, and I'll tell you why. Because if I have one of these in my lunch bag, that means I'm not going to go out to McDonald's, I'm not going to go out to Jack in the Box, I'm not going to go to some fast food restaurant or whatever to go eat something, because I'm accountable. I just grab this out of the refrigerator. It's got these awesome storage containers. They actually lock into one another so that the dishes stack nicely on top of each other. The lids all wash and stack nicely on top of one another, and they actually kind of lock into place so they don't fall out, and they fit nicely into the cupboard. They come in multiple sizes, so you guys can see the difference here. So if I make a big batch of quinoa or vegetables or whatever on the barbecue pit, I have a good size so that I can save some for the family, and I make them for the family. Trust me, the family eats all the vegetables that I make. The family will eat all of the fish and the chicken that I make. I make an excess just so that I don't have to go during the week to the stove and make something for them. I throw it in the refrigerator, and in a couple of minutes out of the microwave, they've got a wholesome dinner or meal, okay? Make it really easy on yourself. All of you guys with kids, with huge families, go pick yourself up some of these containers, and you're gonna see how crazy this is gonna get, because we're gonna have literally 10 of these things laid out on the countertop just for my lunch. That doesn't mean that you're not going to have more if you have family members that are going to be there that need you to cook for them, okay? Save yourself the time during the week to do that. Use that time more wisely and efficiently to work out. No excuses, right? That's what we're about, accountability. Make your life easier, make your life more efficient, do things faster so that you have more time to work out and to be a parent, or to be a spouse, or to be a boyfriend, or to be a girlfriend, or to be just a person who has free time that they can educate themselves more on what they need to do to get healthier, okay? Hey, thank you very much for joining me. This has been your what I need tools for meal prep. We're going to get to this meal prep here pretty soon, so catch you in the next video. See you soon.